Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Sharpening Guide. Today, I have something really special for you, something I've been looking forward to for a long time. I'm excited to introduce the new Kadet Glide Hinge Unit. It's compatible with all Kadet models from 2020 onward and offers several advantages over the original version, which I'll be showing you today. Essentially, this is the same hinge unit used in the K03, but specially adapted for the Kadet. There's also a dedicated version for the Pioneer. I'm really excited. I just love the feel of TSProf parts. They feel incredibly high quality and just perfect right out of the box. The upper section is made of high-grade aerospace aluminum, the shaft is stainless steel, and the rod guide is brass to minimize friction as much as possible. Now, let me show you the main reason I wanted to get the new Glide. With the original hinge unit, there's a small drawback when sharpening longer knives on the Kadet. As you can see, the rod holder moves independently within the bracket. However, when sharpening at an extreme angle, there comes a point where the rod hits the outer ring of the ball joint. Since the edge is quite sharp, this causes the rod to jam, making the sharpening motion feel rough. If you're not careful, this can even lead to scratches on the rod. To free up the movement again, you have to swing past the maximum sharpening point, which interrupts the workflow. This isn't an issue for normal-sized knives, but it can be a problem for longer ones. Another problem occurs when using two of the stroke limiter. In this case, you can't use the parking bracket because the spring is longer than the locking pins. As a workaround, I got an adjustable phone holder to rest my abrasive holder on. While this works, it has a major drawback. Every time I set the abrasive holder down, the hinge unit rotates into a position where the rod guide gets blocked. This means that before I can continue sharpening, I have to swing it in the opposite direction to free up the movement again. This isn't necessarily a design flaw of the original hinge, rather, it's an issue caused by my personal sharpening setup. And this is exactly where the new Glide Hinge unit comes in. It completely solves this issue with a fundamentally different design for the horizontal rotation mechanism. Let's compare the two units side by side to see how the new Glide mechanism is different. Here's the key difference. The old unit has a freely movable ball joint that combines both horizontal and vertical movements. The new Glide Hinge, however, separates these two movements. The horizontal rotation now occurs via a ball bearing in the lower section, while the vertical movement is controlled directly through the rod holder. The installation process is the same as the original unit. The fit and finish are excellent, and the glide motion already feels great, even though I haven't used any oil yet. As you can see here, the entire upper component rotates around the axis, which prevents the rod from jamming. Now, I no longer need to worry about swinging in the opposite direction before resuming sharpening. This also solves the issue with longer knives. An additional benefit is that the rod holder can be tilted upwards, increasing the maximum sharpening angle from 28 to 32 degrees. The maximum stone thickness that can be used with the thickness compensator is 22.5 millimeters. When the holder is tilted upwards, the parking bracket can be used as a rest for the stone holder. In the normal position, however, the parking bracket no longer works. You can adjust it so that the rod can rest securely, the same way it works also without the parking bracket. Since I'm still using a second stroke limiter, I'll continue using my phone holder setup as my preferred method. An interesting detail, the bronze insert, which improves the glide motion, is softer than steel and may wear out over time. However, instead of replacing the entire hinge unit, you can simply buy a replacement bronze insert and swap it out easily. You only need to remove the top screw. I don't yet know how long it will take before a replacement is needed. That's something I'll find out over time. But so far, I'm very happy with it and believe the glide motion will improve even further after sharpening one or two knives. For me, the upgrade was absolutely worth it. I can't wait to sharpen my first knife with it. I'm currently working on 2 new sharpening videos, including one featuring the Benchmade Bug Out Mini. Unfortunately, I hadn't installed the new hinge unit yet when filming that, so you'll have to wait a little longer to see it in action. If you don't want to miss that, make sure to subscribe to my channel. See you next time, and remember, keep your knives sharp.